What do the cards have in store for us?
Oh, I see acupuncture in your future.
We're doing tarot reading.
Let's give it a try.
Welcome to Try Every Day. Today we are going to be reading each other's tarot cards, and to help us we have Alicia here. You're a tarot reader?
Yes, tarot reader. Ask Alicia Tarot.
Okay. And hey, before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's a new channel. Give us a like, all those things. It helps more people find it.
I see it in your future. Please.
We have some of the most misunderstood cards here before we read each other. So what do we got?
Yeah, so some of the scary looking cards, we have 10 of Swords here.
Yeah, she's
That's a
being
lady being
stabbed.
stabbed by 10 swords.
This is with my chronic pain. This is sort of what sleeping feels like. Yeah.
You had some pain relief products that look like this.
I do actually, yeah. And you joked about acupuncture. That is sort of what it looks like.
Yeah, it could be interpreted as being stabbed in the back, but usually it's not as graphic. Usually it's you've gone through your entire journey and this is the final end, final closure. So it's not as scary as it looks, you know?
So it's less stab in the back, more I'm getting stabbed in the back one last time.
It's the last stab in the back.
Now death,
Yes.
that's the scary one. I know. Actually, I don't think Keith knows this. I had a tarot card for dummies book when I was a kid. And I used to do tarot readings in middle school.
Wow, so you're gonna knock
for my
this out of the
family.
park.
And the death
So
is
you
actually...
were at a bookstore and you're like, that's the one I need right now. This is my key to popularity.
I think I got the deck and I was like, well, how am I going to read the deck? But I know that death is actually more about rebirth.
Yes, correct. Ding, 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 10 points.
How about that?
I'm very impressed. You're no dummy anymore.
Yes, death is all about rebirth, transformation. You're stripping down to that skeleton, just pure bones. So you have to be reborn from that.
Then next is the tower.
A lot of people are afraid of the tower because they're like, oh no, it's bad, everything's collapsing. But the tower, usually a structure has been built up or you're confined, you're trapped. And so lightning or something comes in to free you from that trap so you can actually grow. And you are either pushed out of the tower, life can happen to you, or you can jump out of the tower yourself and cause your own transformation.
So these are like the positive spins on all of these very intense cards. Are there any cards that's like, oh, this is bad?
I don't believe that tarot should be read for doom and gloom. I'll keep it real with you.
Okay.
But you should always leave a tarot reading feeling empowered, feeling like you can still control your life and have free will.
All right, last two here. We have the devil and the three of swords.
Now, the devil is toxic. The devil is toxic,
Yeah,
okay?
you don't want the devil. And I'm not getting him today.
The only positive spin, there's two, is that one, I'm so sorry, Capricorns, the devil actually stands for Capricorn.
Any Capricorns in the room?
No, but
let's keep
Eugene
it
is.
that way.
Eugene's a Capricorn, right?
Well, he ain't here.
Oh man, but it doesn't mean that they're demonic or anything.
sort of
The
was.
devil also can stand for being a workaholic, like working a lot. Yeah. Then we get into the sins, then we get into addictions, we get into toxicity, feeling trapped, feeling chained.
If one of us were to pull the devil card, how do you interpret that?
You need to look at the question that you're asking, the surrounding cards. There's multiple interpretations, as you can see, for each card, so you really have to use your intuition. So I'm curious to see what you guys come
We're
up
both
with.
intuitive.
Yeah, everyone's
fellas.
intuitive.
Now, before we do a reading, I know we have to cleanse the energy, which I know because you whispered that to me before we started filming. What does that mean?
Out!
So it's less about cleansing for evil or anything. It's more of like if you were to have two cutting boards, right? You wouldn't want to mix your veggies with the meats. You want to clean your cutting board. So you want a nice, clean, energetic space before you ask a question and before the next person comes in, right? So I cleanse in between questions and I also cleanse in between people.
We don't want Desiree's energy rubbing off on our
Right,
cards.
right.
It's, she's got her own reading.
I did get a reading from those cards.
You did?
Yes, yes, you did.
I don't want salmonella on my card.
Would you like to do the honors?
Do I spray?
Just spray it
Okay.
and just... Oh.
What did I do wrong?
More.
No, I'm kidding.
Cleanse it all.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. Great job. Yes, perfect. Just don't get in your eyes.
Sort of like rose water.
Rose water.
Yeah, I make my own, so.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but gotta let you know we got these snacks and groceries using our Chime card because with our Chime card, we get 5% back on the category of our choice.
Whoa, like groceries?
Yeah, Zach.
Okay, what about gas?
Yeah, pump it up.
Dining?
Yup.
Okay, you don't have to be rude about it.
I'm not being rude.
It sounds like you're just kind of...
I'm sorry. Also, I should let you know you can get up to a $350 bonus when you open a Chime checking account, and make sure you use the link in our description description to get that bonus.
Their high yield savings account earns 3.75 APY. What's that mean, Keith?
It means the money in your savings account is actually making more money while just sitting there. Right now, a traditional savings account has a 0.38% APY. Not very much.
That means your money's earning you money while you're doing other stuff. Like while I'm like running the camera right now, I'm actually making money. I can't show this shirt because it's copywritten, but join the millions of people who are earning fee-free today.
Go to the link in our description and open your Chime checking account today. And remember, you can get up to a $350 bonus, so use that link in our description to get that bonus. Open your Chime checking account today and start saving, baby. Or you can scan the QR code on screen, start saving today, and let your money start earning you some money.
Wait, if I'm here, who's behind camera?
Quick, back to the video.
May I touch the cards?
Yes, you may.
Wow.
That's another myth. I mean, you should always ask a reader what their preference is. I don't feel comfortable with someone just coming in. But I don't feel like there's any bad luck or anything like that if you shuffle my cards.
Now am I shuffling these like an Uno deck?
Yes. That's
They're
how I
really
shuffle.
stiff.
Yeah?
Oh my God.
There you go.
You bridge that thing?
Yeah.
I
that's
can't.
on.
They're stiff
Yeah,
cards.
I believe it. Well, they got a lot of weight.
Are you shaking your head at my shuffle? MJ, get over here.
No, it's not the quality of the shuffle, it's that I have my own tarot cards and it freaks me out too much to bend them that way.
Really?
So how, can I see you shuffle?
Oh my gosh, you did
Or how
bend
would-
it.
No, I didn't.
You bent.
It's okay.
He
There's
did
a trick.
ask if it was okay that he ruined it.
It's totally fine. There's a trick. If you flip them, actually, oh no, we flipped. It's okay. This is one of your first times. You're fine.
No, I had a book about this. I've done it many times.
He's no
No
dummy.
excuses.
Should I give it a go?
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
gonna do it that
Do
way.
it the other
I'm just
way.
gonna do it
Okay.
this way. I'm just gonna do one of
Perfect. He's a
these.
pro.
We're just gonna
He's
do
a
one
pro.
of these.
So how many cards are we going to be pulling here? Oh, this card just wanted to come out.
Yeah.
Now let's put it up.
So there's 78 cards total. So there's different things called spreads, which can help you interpret the cards. I personally just like to do a free fall, but we're gonna start with just a simple 3-card spread. So you can do past, present, future.
Okay, Keith, thank you so much for joining. Now, in your past, we have the 10 of coins. You used to be rich.
I was. I once was.
Things changed for you.
Yeah, they did. I wonder.
But your present, sort of a queen of coin. What does that mean?
Oh.
What is it calling to you? What is it telling you?
Am I correct in assuming that the coins are both money related?
Yes, I'll tell you after.
Okay. But Keith, I think in your present, you're kind of serving.
Oh.
All right. Thank you.
Serving.
Everybody
you.
looks at Keith and goes, damn, she got it all.
I wonder if he's still rich or not.
You're serving rich. It's
Well,
giving
this
rich.
is important because in your future, it's all gonna burn down.
Dang.
No, I think this actually, it looks so scary because it's red. What could the chariot mean? Okay, this card, I think that this is like people are gravitating towards your energy. Like you're the queen, right? Like things come to you because people like to work with you. Because you're, okay, I'm getting these, I'm getting these, I'm getting these, I'm getting these. There's something irresistible about you. You're a queen.
Yes.
And
I
in
love
your
it.
future, I think it's gonna take you to new, unexpected, interesting places on a chariot.
Woo! That was great. Yes. I think that book did you a lot of favors. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. So yes, there's 4 different suits. There's pentacles and coins, which is money, finances, health, anything earthly. So you did pick up on that.
So he used to have it all.
Used to have it all.
We could have had it. Swords are intellect and communication.
Okay.
The wands are passion and drive and desire
And you're gonna remember all this?
and creativity.
I'm desperately trying to lock it in.
And then the cups are feelings, emotions, our inner world, okay? And then this is what I was saying before, the major arcana. So bigger themes, pivotal moments, and things like that.
How would you have read this? Same way?
And we didn't even, normally you would ask a question or a theme, we just sort of went for
We
it.
just pulled the energy. So 10 of Pentacles to me is long-term wealth and stability. It's also just overall stability and good health, right? So if you were doing a health reading, it would be totally different than a career reading. But I'm just going to say overall well-being, you came into and you started out with a really great place. So maybe you came into money, or maybe your life upgraded, and so we're starting out with a really nice base.
Oh, Nepo baby
Yes.
Keith over here.
Not quite.
And then Queen of Pentacles is someone who can nurture that money. So she's smart with her money. She can grow opportunities. So it's like we're using our base, our stability, and now we're really building an empire, right?
She worked for the money.
Yes, and I
worked
like
for
what you
the
said about
money.
people are drawn to you, which is true. People want to work with you. So that was spot on.
That's just what I got from her. I mean, look, she just seems like she's got it going on.
Everybody wants to be her friend.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the present moment right now. And then, yes, you're also correct. Not with the burning flames. Now, I wouldn't say there's wrong because everyone's intuition, you know, everyone reads differently. But the Chariot is more of a victory card. And the Emperor and the Empress. Right? Yeah.
You're with me,
Yes. It's also a card of cars traveling. So you were correct. So you're in this nice space, and in the future, you're taking that towards success. You're taking all the tools you have with you. One special note is that only the Emperor and the Empress can ride in the Chariot. So if you were to talk about personal development, the Queen of Pentacles, she's eventually becoming that Empress. So in the future, you're becoming the creme de la creme. Okay?
Love this.
Beautiful reading. This is awesome.
This is a great
This is
reading.
great.
Wow. And
Yeah.
this wouldn't be that cool if we didn't have this one, right? This wouldn't have been that cool without this.
Yes.
This
So
happening
if-
before this is like, oh, no, for sure though.
Yeah, I mean, this is still like this ending up in the future is still a positive outcome. Even if you had the Death card, the Three of Swords, this would have been like great. Now, if we were ending with the Three of Swords, you know,
We
something,
wouldn't like that.
yeah, you know, that would be something to
warned.
heal from.
Now, tell me, how specific can we get with a reading?
Very.
Okay, Keith, for my reading, I feel like I haven't taken any good photos lately. And I'm sort of hoping that there's a serve in my future, and I would love to see what we have.
Okay, let's sort of see what's been going on.
Yes.
Should we shuffle these a little bit?
Yes, you want to shuffle again,
Oh,
and
what?
you want to
Cleanse.
spray. Well, you can
Get your hands off those with your dirty, dirty fingers on
your
my.
hands off me.
I was thinking of your question, ma'am. Question's in the deck now.
Okay.
Zach, you haven't had any good photos lately.
Hey,
we don't know why.
yeah.
Let's examine the problem.
We had to send in a photo of Keith and I, and it was like we photoshopped something.
We have nothing
It was
good.
terrible.
Wow.
Let's see. That one fell off the bottom. That one fell off the bottom. Should we use
Wow.
it?
Yeah, and you know, you see how it fell like this? So I would make that sideways.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Should we
scary.
turn it and see what it is, or use other things first? We'll save it for last.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Save it for last.
So this is, are you doing that 3 card, or do you want to just, okay.
I was just gonna vibe it.
How?
Oh, you're vibing. Yeah, let's vibe it.
I want to do this. I want to do this. This is how I feel. This is how I feel. This is what I felt.
Wow.
This is what I
We're getting expert level here.
Zach, let's see what's been going on in the past with your photos. So here we have the 3 of Cups. Okay? I think the issue is we used to take all these photos with 3 of us.
Oh.
Me, you, and Eugene.
And he made me look better.
Eugene obviously takes the center.
Yeah.
We flank him, and as a trio, we're unstoppable.
Yes.
We obviously are down to 2, so you don't know where we fit in. There's no clear flying V anymore. We're sort of just walking at you like a wall.
Yes.
Okay?
We need that flying V.
So let's see what's going on right now.
Oh.
The 8 of Cups. Now, Cups, you said they're like emotional, right? Or,
Yes.
I thought it was health.
help.
No, that's Pentacles.
Okay.
But I mean, Cups.
What are Cups?
There's multiple interpretations. So for this card, I'm not going to share, but this one is a little tricky, actually.
I would say so too. So
What do you mean you're not gonna share?
Because I wanted to make it fair.
we
Oh,
went,
okay, until
Yeah,
afterwards.
she'll tell you after.
Just
I
try
see.
and give you a good solid try.
We went from 3. We were like, we're missing 1, and now we're all the way at 1. Suddenly,
Well, opposite. Now we have a huge group, and maybe I don't know 8.
well, these are the Cups though. But look how forward the subject is. You've got all these worries, all this concern that you're carrying with you.
You got the.
I'm so proud already.
All this concern, because like here the cups are like sort of under each person, right? We're like embodying the cup. We each have our own cup. And now you've got all these worries, all these concerns, everything in your brain. Where do I put my hands? Am I wearing a cool shirt? Should I touch my watch? All these concerns weighing on you. And if you actually look at this, you're pretty you're pretty rapturous right there.
Oh, rapturous.
Sort of like in, I was like trying to like, how do I say I'm in rapture?
Rapture.
And now he
Rapturous.
didn't get little claps for just finding me that way. Okay,
Not
interesting.
yet. Not yet. Now, over here, ahead of you.
Ooh.
Wow. The ace of cones.
Coins.
Coins. The ace of coins.
You're doing great.
It's upside down. It is upside down. I can't read upside down. And I also can't read.
Just
Now,
wrong and strong.
you are obviously faced away from us in this moment. But
In a nice backless dress.
Yes.
beautiful, but you're faced toward the light. Chasing your light. Chasing maybe the thing that will, you're not thinking about what's around you, what you're wearing, you're finally looking forward.
And there's coins, so maybe I'm gonna be in maybe I'll do a photo that's a print campaign. I'm gonna be the new face of Dolce and Gabbana.
That
Yes.
could be, you're getting little claps, so we're
Love
gonna go
that.
with that.
Love that for you.
And interesting, because we have the same like color here, right? Here, all this concern, all this baggage. In your future though,
I'm a model.
you're a model, you're focused on one, ace, one.
So it means I need to take photos without Keith.
Yes. Yes.
He's been holding me back.
Truly. Truly. But there's a twist, of course. The Three of Wands.
What is this reading?
Which... Now, I don't have to tell you what this means. But
Please do.
wands are magical, strong, tall. And we started here with the Three of Cups. 3 people, 3 cups. But look here, we have 1 person, 3 wands.
What do wands represent?
Passion, drive, ambition, creativity.
Yes.
So maybe I need to take.
Excuse me. Excuse you. You've got all of this drive, all this passion that you're finally bringing into these photos. You're not worried about how you look. You're not worried at all. You're just being all these things at once.
Great job. Great job.
Now, what would you say about that?
I would say I'm so proud of you. I love your interpretations. I love how you naturally gravitated towards looking at the imagery on the cards too, because that's important.
Well, he can't read.
But that's,
Sort of a picture
but that's
of a
important.
over here.
That's important because as you can tell, we have 78 cards. Every single card has their own meaning, and it gets tricky. You have to memorize all the meanings and then add your intuition, and then look at the individual card because they all have different artwork. Every deck is different, right? I'm gonna go through the meanings right now. So 3 of Cups is more of a group energy or party energy. And a social energy. So I actually think that's correct. Knowing that backstory of like, hey, there were 3 of us, we take pictures in a group. I love that. That was spot on, right?
Also, you say social party. I feel like all my best photos are just like candid at a party.
Yeah? Okay. The 8 of Cups, that's where it gets a little tricky. This is walking away from something in order to go towards your happiness, which would be the 9 of Cups. So, but I love how you picked up on how she is at the forefront, because that's true. The 9 of Cups is a very positively selfish, if you can wrap your head around that card, where it's all about self-love and thinking about what you want. To the extreme, it's being too selfish, right? The Ace of Pentacles, I love that you picked up on the turning of the back. I didn't even think about that, but this is an opportunity. So it's possible that some photo opportunity comes your way and it forces you to develop these skills because coins are money, monetary. On a less extreme example, I would say yes, the ace is a very personal card and the coin is a very earthly energy. So rather than wands where you're shining and being like, it's all about me, you might have this subtle confidence where you stand more comfortable within yourself in photos, right?
Okay.
You display a confidence, but it's still kind of muted.
I'm quitting the try, guys. I'm gonna be a model.
Yes.
For Dolce and Gabbana.
We will miss you. And then the 3 of Wands, again, another tricky one, right?
It felt tricky.
Yeah. So this
shot
one
out
is
of
a
there.
card
Can
of
we get a slow-mo replay?
Right. This is a card of waiting for and hoping for your ships to come in. It also leans towards a lot of confidence within yourself. So remember how I was saying that King of Wands or that Wands energy would be like me, 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 me. I'm baby, you know? I'm baby.
I like that.
But you have that earth, so you have that quiet confidence, but to be determined on whether you will fully feel confident and want to take up space and shine your light, to be determined.
Wow, it's sort of a how are you going to interpret it ending? Sort of like the end of the Pit season 2. You gotta read into it.
That ending was strange.
Well, it challenges you. Not everything's tied up in a bow. Life's be like that sometimes. I feel like to end, we need a reading of Keith and I together.
Yeah, I was thinking, I think
beautiful.
we need a reading for the whole company.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because we have a lot of things we're working on right now. There's like, and we even right now we're trying to decide between a couple of different projects to make.
So do we want it for everybody in this room, or you and me as lovers? All right, let's do it for the whole shebang here.
whole shebang.
That's the riskiest thing we could
Company.
do. And if you want to know what's in your future, we have the Try Everyday calendar. Each day has a suggested something to do, like February 21st, take up bird watching, or July 10th, look up a celeb who shares your birthday and wear an outfit inspired by them. That's funny.
Everything in this was picked and curated by our staff as well, so that's only fitting that we do a reading for everybody because this is the reading from everybody.
And you might be saying, ugh, we're already so many months into the year. This will continue into next year. You can just start from today's date and go.
We want real stakes. Is my company going under?
Oh my gosh, no! Why? I'm sweating bullets over here.
People need to know if they need to update their LinkedIns.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would prefer to say.
So would I. It's in your hands.
I would prefer to ask more of like, how can we continue? How can we put our best foot forward? How can we?
Okay, so the question is, how can we continue Second Try's growth and flourishing?
Period.
We're very proud of what we've made 2 years in. And honestly, like, it feels like we're hitting a stride now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a card to definitively come out.
Okay, if we get the death card, I'm reading it.
It's too many cards.
I'm reading it as Killer Dinner.
Yeah.
Killer dinner. Here, I'll take these. Ooh.
The Magician?
Oh my gosh.
And the
this
Ace of
is
Court.
great.
We're rich. We're doing a magic show.
Ah, okay. Okay. Interesting, because it still kind of answers your question, actually. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
These are all
I'll take
happy
that.
cards. We haven't
What's
even
this
gotten these
about?
colors yet.
Oh yeah.
What's this about?
What's this about?
Interesting. Okay. You know what? You guys wanted spicy. I'll put a little spicy in here.
Spice.
So we have the Magician, which is, again, speaking of manifestation, this is the card of manifestation. It's knowing that you have all the tools to bring in what you want. So this is a good positive energy starting out. It's like whatever you dream of, whatever strategy you come up with, think big. You can actually make that happen. You're empowered, right?
Okay.
And I love that because the very next card is that Ace of Pentacles, which are these opportunities, right? Especially when it comes to money, career, right? So I also see opportunity coming to you, or you make an opportunity for yourself.
I like this card a lot because she looks like she just finished singing Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Yes, I love that.
The Evita card.
So now we have the Page of Swords, or the Princess of Swords in this deck, but the Page of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So that's a little bit of a, hey, watch out here. So the Page of Swords, yeah. Remember how the swords are intellect, communication, knowledge, right? Air energy. So we are researching. We are spying, right? That's what the Page of Swords are. So we are researching, we're looking, how can we prevent money from drying up? You see how?
So that's the dry.
Yeah. This is a hoarding energy. He's clutching tight. He's in a scarcity mindset. He's like, no one touch my coin.
Okay, so that means we got to be analytical about what's been working.
Yes,
So that we
and
don't
what's
make
not.
bad bets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So if you notice the industry, right, the market starts drying up, right? You want to research beforehand how to prevent that, right? So you aren't in this like, oh my gosh, we need a budget, money's tight, and now we got to go under, right?
Don't want to go under.
Now we got to go under.
Right. We have the King of Swords. He is the smartest person in the deck.
That's me.
Outside of the Emperor.
Can that be me? Can it be me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What's your sign? Zodiac sign?
Leo.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Gemini.
Is it him?
Yeah, it's Oh, we have two cards
I never
of
know.
Gemini
Sometimes people
here.
hate Gemini. And I'm like, I feel like we're
I
great.
love Gemini.
Yeah.
This is bull.
I love Leos too.
This is bull.
Geminis and Leos.
me all you want.
Geminis and Leos get along, which is crazy because Desiree and I are also Gemini Leos. We have a very different relationship.
King of Swords is air sign energy. It usually stands for Aquarius, but yeah, I would say Gemini. And also the Magician is also Gemini and Virgo.
What the hell am I doing here? I'm just holding the money, the dry money?
You're protecting the money. I have all the tools. I'm smart.
I don't think I have.
Do I wear
have-
the backless dress?
I have Leo on this Wheel of Fortune here.
And this is the idiot.
We have fixed sign energy on here. So Wheel of Fortune, and the wheel goes up, the wheel goes down, but I like to view it as like good luck.
You know, I did get invited to be on Name That Tune.
Oh yeah, name that tune.
So maybe that's how I'll win the grand prize, and then we'll use it to make Killer Dinner season 2.
Yeah.
So Keith's gonna have great ideas, and I'll luck my way into some.
Yeah.
Yes, Keith is probably going to have a master plan on how to get yourself out of a pickle, to be honest. All right, the spicy.
Yeah, what are these 5 doing?
Yeah,
here?
so we have the Queen of Cups. It came out also with the 10 of Swords. Remember that card? And the 5 of Cups.
Ten of Swords is the stabby.
Savvy
End of the
one.
road, right?
of the
Something
road.
concluding. It's as extreme as the Death card, but it makes me think that maybe, you know, a person, it could be a female energy, a woman energy, might say, hey, you know, I've outgrown this. I'm graduating. I'm going to a new chapter. You know, someone.
It's like almost exclusively women in this room.
It could even, we all have masculine and feminine within us, so it's not gender specific, but it could be a person who you love and love. And then the last two, Nine of Pentacles is a very solo energy. She is well taken care of. She is providing for herself. She don't need no man, you know, that sort of thing. And the Eight of Swords is all up in her head, and we're blinded by our thoughts. We're trapped and we have some anxiety there.
Wow.
Does that
You
resonate,
guys threw
Keith?
that on me,
like it.
okay?
Be sure to come back to this video in 3 years and see
how it all worked.
went. Well, that's something we tried today, and in your future, it's the same one.
Oh, yes!
You guys keep getting it. You guys keep getting it.
New opportunity for
You're
the
gonna get the
viewers.
starring role
Yes.
in Evita.